G'day, it's Ray here from Just Plain Interesting. How you doing on a Friday? It's a long weekend because it's a public holiday today. So we thought we'd do something slightly different. I've brought you around to some nutcase's house, right? Check out this. This is his radio room, okay? This guy's as loony as a lunatic. Now then. Goodness me. Hard to open. Now, I know this guy's crazy because it's my house, okay? So, this room hasn't been open for, I can't remember. Because, anyway, come on, right? Check out this beautiful radio down here. Look at this. Okay, now it's all mouldy because it's a damp room. It hasn't been open for a very, very, very long time. But what a beautiful piece of Art Deco history. Look at that. It's gorgeous. With a clean, it'll come up like it was all those years ago when it was first made as someone's first pride and joy. It's definitely one of mine. When Gabriel came to town, it came through the bottom of my house. I just cancelled my insurance because life was a very expensive way to live, isn't it, for everybody? Worse now. And I cancelled the insurance because I just couldn't afford that as well as everything else. So, and then Gabriel came and it went right through underneath the house, flooded my radio room, went into my garage, went past my car, flowed into the workshop, down into the games room where all my beautiful old machines that I'd collected were stored, and then into the bar. The rubber tiles on the floor were floating and floated out of place. So everyone's had sad stories. Gabriel affected a lot of people. So I was quite disheartened with the fact, because I built this room. I built it out of recycled timber. Windows, beautiful coloured glass windows that were pulled out of Hurstmere Road in Takapuna, the old Hurstmere Road village that was knocked down, I don't know, maybe in the 80s, late 80s or something. So I found these lovely things from all over the place and brought them here and conceived this room. The timbers came from an old, they were thrown out from a movie set, actually. They're all dark brown and hideous and ugly, so I turned them over. And the bottom underneath was lovely, so they varnished up a tree. Used to have a beautiful little light shade there. I've put that in somewhere else now. Anyway, this was a hint of my radio room because, since the bubble popped and I got so sad over Gabriel, I started taking them down to work, and the shelves over there used to be full of all the Bakelite coloured ones, which I collected with such vigour. But the relics here, they're destined for the shop eventually, but I'm releasing them slowly as I face the facts of life. But anyway, strangely enough, most radios have gone off the boil at the moment. No one seems to be particularly interested. But I've got some classic ones. I've got some beautiful ones. This little fella here, that was my mum and dad's when I was a dwarf. Not a permanent dwarf, one growing up into a taller dwarf. And every piece here tells a story. That was my sister's Coke bottle radio. She was given that when she was, I think about 17, roughly. And I always wanted it. And then one day when she must have been in her late 30s, maybe early 40s or something, she was having a garage sale. Went round to her place, and there it was in the box, ready for the morning to be sold to some bargain hunter. And I got it after all those years. I love it. Not just because it's cool, but because it belonged to my sister and my childhood, and I love my sister. Who doesn't love their sister? So I'm very, very proud to own that. I've got two sisters. I love both of them. They're amazing. And look, these telephones, they came out when I was a young fella, back in 1842. And you dial them, and they were really popular. They came out in all different colours, and they were really super collectible. But they weren't in service for very long because the phone would ring, you pick up, say hello, and if it was for your sister, you put it down to go and get her, and you turn it off because that's the click valve underneath. So they proved to be a little bit of a flop, but I was really happy with it anyway. This is a crystal set. It was found in the rafters of a house in Parnell that belonged to Jean Batten's parents. So Jean Batten's parents, high probability, listened to their daughter's flight, listened to the radio broadcast about their daughter as she was flying to New Zealand on that very set. Every piece of history tells a story. That's why I love dealing in history, because that's what gives us soul and knits us all together. Look at this. Every piece is cool. Every piece. I love it to bits. Now remember, this place looks terrible now. It used to be my pride and joy. I had beautiful velvet drapes on the windows from a church, big burgundy drapes. But they were left here rotting when the water came through, so I just took them down. I'm repurposing those. I managed to save those. Look at this. This is a tea towel I found many, many years ago, advertising AWA products. Oh, AWA products. Brand new, never been used. Never seen a filthy knife and fork. Lovely. Wish I hadn't. Anyway, you get the general. Look at this one. This is rare. This is rare than wooden rocking horse poo-poo. This is an Echo. It's purple, well, light lilac, Bakelite, and it's from Australia. See, something good does come out of Australia, and that's highly collectible and extremely rare. I was lucky enough to find that years and years ago. I did a deal with a guy that ripped me off. Funny that. Anyway, never mind. Some things work out. This magnificent chair, all carved out. That came from a movie set. These beautiful radios. Look at this old 78 player. Plays records, folds up, folds away. Original advertising. Oh, look. Aliens ate my Buick. All I could find was a piece of a tyre. And look at this. This is, sorry about the mess, but don't forget, it's been an abandoned room since Gabriel came. Look at this beautiful little tiny 78 player. Absolutely lovely. I just love history. That was my auntie and uncle's tape player back in the 60s. Tape's not too well, but unfortunately they've passed now, so that's a beautiful relic for me to remember them. Anyway, oh, look at this. This is so rare, I don't even know it exists. Look at that. The Americans, it's like urban legend. This is 1932. It's a Bakelite radio, globe radio. And they made them in two colours, in chocolate brown and in off-white. The white is even rarer. But these are so rare that a lot of the Americans don't even know they exist. They're just a beautiful thing. I was lucky. A friend of mine's brother passed away. A Mr. Deed. He was Mr. Deed. And his brother, Lance, came to me, a lovely guy. I haven't seen him for ages, him and Amanda. And they said, oh, you know, I've lost my brother and we're cleaning up the estate and there's a few things there you might like. Always an honour, you know. So I went and bought that and I was extremely stoked. I love that radio. That is just the pride of the fleet, you know. But, oh, check this one out. Look there, I mean, I can talk about all of them, so I'll bore you asleep. But anyway, this one here is absolutely gorgeous. You can change the channel, you know, station selector by doing the old-fashioned way with your knob, right? Well, not quite that way. Or you can cheat and do a selection thing like this, or do the whole thing by hand. It's an incredibly cool thing. I love radios. I love history. And there's, you know, different coloured Bakelites that I haven't taken to the shop yet. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Burgess. I don't know what it was. Probably American. Art Deco. This Burgess is actually the light bulb. It lights up inside. Now, I haven't plugged it in since, oh no, it's not true. I think we did test it when I got it. I've had it for about 35 years or something, maybe longer actually. But it's just beautiful. I love it. Everything can be admired, the old light switches. Look at that, a double Bakelite. Oh no, sorry, it's ceramic, and this one's copper. But a double switch, I'd never ever seen one of those before. So I like the curios of life, obviously. But yeah, this room is coming out now. It's I'm slowly tearing it apart. I'm packing all my things up because I'm moving from this house. So yeah, that's what happens. You move on and go to another part of your life and leave certain things behind. And if you're lucky, you make it better, don't you? Instead of reflecting on the past. Look at that, porcelain on steel, gold Brinson radio sign. Whoa, great. And it's an original one. It's like brand new. And these beautiful little needle tins for the 78 player needles. There's heaps of those. They're all different. Really collectible. Anyway, you get the general idea, don't you? So this is a hint of what I used to live in. This was my office. I used to come down here and pretend I knew how to use a computer. That was obviously a waste of time too. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'm going to sneak you back to the shop though and show you something that just came in this afternoon, which is just epically lovely. And then we'll let you go and get on with your weekend. So thank you for watching. Thank you for following me, if you are. There's more than 3 of you. And have a beautiful day. See you at the shop in a minute. Bye. Oh, here we are again. Okay, now let's see. Don't forget, farmers market tomorrow, Saturday morning, outside my other shop, which is open Saturday, Sunday only, because it's too special to be open every day and we want to surprise you. Okay, but look, this is the piece I told you about. Look at this. It's a beautiful cabinet. It's made in Belgium. It's been in storage for 9 years. 9 years, radical. So it had to come out and see the light of day. It all locks. There's great drawers, great cupboards, beautiful fittings, and there's a bar. Don't drop the top. No, it's okay. It's got a slow release. Look at that. How trendy is that? So you can go, I'll slowly empty that bottle of brandy down my face tonight. So you can think about it slowly. There's plenty of time. But look at that. What a beautiful thing. Beautiful piece of quality furniture. All lights up. 5 light bulbs in there. We put special light bulbs in there so that there are no heat emissions. And it's very cheap to run. Okay? So there you go. That's a super surprise because it's such a lovely piece. Now then, what else was I going to tell you? Oh yeah, I want you to smile and have a happy day. So if you're younger than 18, don't listen to this because we're going to tell you a joke. Okay? So a man went hunting for the first time in his life. I don't go hunting, by the way. Actually, I don't go hunting. I don't like killing things. Okay? But he went hunting for the first time in his life, and he shot a deer. And he brought the deer home to his wife, and his wife went, "Whoa, that's magnificent. We can feed the children for weeks. It'll help with the food bill. It's amazing." And she cooked it up, and it came out perfectly tender and amazing. And she says, "Oh, the kids will love this." And he says, "I know. Let's not tell them what it is, okay? And we'll let them guess." So the 7 of them sat around the kitchen table, and the kids said, "Oh, what sort of meat is it, Dad? It's incredible. It's amazing. I love it. It's so tender." And he says, "Well, I'm going to let you guess." He says, "It's something that your mother calls me every now and again." And the kids went, oh no, don't eat it. It's an arsehole." Well, there you go. That's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? Okay, so have a happy weekend. Come and see us if you don't mind deer jokes. And come and see the beautiful things that we've got in, because we'd love to see you. Have a great long weekend. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.